Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. When did you miss an obvious hint that someone wanted to have sexual relations with you? Anna, quite dressed in a sexy outfit that normal people notice, walks up to me and we start chatting. Her, what's your family background, where are they from? Me, Czech Republic. Her, I've never been with a Czech guy, locks eyes with me and says, I'd like to try that. Me, you should, we're awesome. This was painful to read. One of many, my friend. This is almost as bad as mine. Atui, cute girl I knew fairly well, came and sat next to me in the library. A few minutes later she gets really close to me and whispers in my ear. I want to have sex. My reply, so why are you telling me? I regret it to this day. There's no way. That was as obvious as it can get, May. Once a girl I was acquainted with at the time sat on my lap at a party and stayed there for half an hour talking about her day and asking me questions. Then she left and my friends made fun of me for not picking up the advance. I thought she just couldn't find anywhere else to sit. Oh, that's so pure. Stay pure, my dudes. Same thing happened, except after she took me into her room I saw an ISIS flag and she said, oh, I was just being ironic when I put that up. Oh, I was just being ironic when I put that up. Aha, suuyu. Tacticline dodged a bullet right there. Posted before, but girl was running her hand through my hair telling me how soft it was and asking me how I did it. Proceeded to talk for like 5 minutes about TGE shampoo I was using till she cut me off to tell me she had been trying to flirt with me all night. Well, at least she told you. Maybe she was just jealous that Op had a better hair routine than her. She asked me if we can continue to talk in my bed. So I just kept talking in the bed, Mayo. At least she was good listening. So close and yet so far. But in the end. When I was about 18 I was sleeping over at the place of the girl I'd had a crush on for years. As I went to sleep on the couch she said, you could sleep here in the bed if you want, her bed, that she was currently in. I honestly have no idea what actually happened inside my brain at that point, but no, the couch isn't so bad is what it came up with. Couch is couch. Edit, this, out of all my comments I've made, this is my top comment. Disregard sex, acquire couch. The virginity shield works both ways, I guess. Similar story, freshman year of college I had a huge crush on one of my dorm mates. Her room is right next to mine and we are also good buds. I walk into my room on Valentine's Day and there's a cute stuffed bear on my bed, and note from a secret admirer. Grab the bear and walk into her room. Hey, did you happen to see who put this in my room? Apparently I have a secret admirer. She says, that was me. Somehow it just does not compute for me that a woman that cool and hot could actually be interested, so I'm just like, wow, thanks, that was super thoughtful, and go about my day. Fast forward a few years when she is dating my best friend and explains to me over drinks what actually happened, which of course by then she thinks is hilarious. Cue me trying to swallow my own tongue. Damn, this was painful to read, my condolences, dude. I don't know if this was necessarily sexual, but it was definitely me missing an obvious sign. There was a very pretty girl that I was very interested in college. We had the same major, so shared a lot of classes. One day she and I are talking and she says, we should get together and study at my place. I can make dinner and everything. I replied with something like, oh, that'd be really nice and sounds like fun. Our class is small enough that we could probably invite everyone. Ha 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 ha. No, when did you realize your mistake? 3 years later, while he was in the shower. Facebook memories about 6 years later. I saw some posts she had made in me wall about hoping I was having a good summer. Looking forward to seeing me. Missing see me in class, etc. Suddenly, it was like the end of Ocean's 11 where everything was revealed to me in a series of flashbacks. So how was the class orgy? It was very classy. You wanna do it? Haha. Sarah. Tease me. Goes to bed. This is objectively the worst one, lol. She straight up asked. Every other story has someone being like, women should just straight up ask instead of using hints, but apparently that's not guaranteed to work either, lol. I was a lifeguard in high school. Had a girl ask me if I could teach her mouth to mouth sometime, and winked at me. I told her she should just sign up for a first aid course. This is the best one by far. Something so obvious yet someone so oblivious, Bless you bro Mayo. In my early 2020s, I went out with a woman who was a friend of a friend. The date went well and at the end of the night, we were heavily making out on her sofa. She suddenly pulls back and says it's getting late, we should go to bed. I say oh, okay. Well, I had fun tonight. Thanks for a great evening. I'd really like to get together again soon. As soon as I got home, I heard it. One word. It echoed in the hollowness of my skull and kept increasing in volume until all that was left in the world was my stupidity and that word. We. Edit. Thanks so much for the awards. I appreciate all the commiserate replies, and even the well-earned Fs. To answer the questions of if I ever saw her again / got clarification from her, yes. Yes I did. I called the next day, asked her am I overthinking it, or did I completely miss a signal? She laughed and confirmed that I was, indeed, an idiot. She said she was caught off guard by my abrupt departure and felt a little rejected at the time because she thought I just wasn't into it. She said she was down to get together again so I did get another shot. Sadly, I whiffed again but in a much more horrible and embarrassing way. Edit 2. We decided to get together early in the day with a group, have lunch and bar hop. After many hours of hanging out and drinking, we went back to her place. This time she led me to the bed. She was completely undressed and this was gonna happen and then the heavy Mexican lunch and hours of drinking hit my bowels and said yo, you gotta find a toilet right now. I went sprinting to her bathroom, which was just off her bedroom. This was gonna be violent and there was nothing to drown it out. So I turned on the shower and yelled I gotta take a shower first. She says okay. Jesus Christ, it's even worse when I type this out. I finally finish shitting out my soul and actually take a shower, because I didn't want to lie, and I come out and she's dressed and asleep, or faking sleep. I slept on the couch. Woke up the next morning, said I had fun and never saw her again. Could have been the royal we. Or she had a venom symbiote and was going to eat his brain. It's understandable whenever my wife says we need to empty the dishwasher she really means I need to empty the dishwasher. Not my story but my buddy was once invited back to her place after the pub for coffee. When he got there she said that she didn't actually have any coffee, so he apologized for misunderstanding and left. Edit, I've never seen Seafelt, I'm in the UK. I wasn't making a reference, this actually happened. Edit, it was apparently ice cream she offered. How many people don't know about the coffee line? I know the coffee line but once it flew past me. Girl after a lunch date, wanna grab a coffee at my place. Me, sorry I don't drink coffee. I was at a party and this cute girl kept on finding reasons to talk to me the whole night. I just thought, wow, she's so friendly, and never picked up on the flirting. Toward the end of the night it's just the two of us alone and we get on the subject of injuries and surgeries. Turns out we both had to have hernia surgery, which involves an incision near the groin. At this point she says actually, you can still feel the scar and takes my hand and puts it down her pants. I told her that I could not feel the scar, and her doctor must have done a good job. She removed my hand and just walked away. Didn't hit me until I was driving home an hour later. I just assumed she was overly friendly and comfortable with her body. A lot of these are pretty bad, but most aren't. She literally stuck my hand down her pants bad. Kudos. Sweet Jesus. I wouldn't be able to survive the reoccurring embarrassment of this memory. Are you okay? Absolutely not. She was a co-worker and we have the type of relationship where we can say fucked up shit and laugh about it. One time we were both on shift and I was about to leave. She asked what I was planning to do later. Me jokingly, probably go home and jerk off. Her in a softer voice, oh, did you need any help with that? Me, no thanks, I'm pretty good at it. At the time I really thought she was just playing into the conversation. Edit, I found out a long time later from one of her friends that she was serious and also really disappointed. I'm sorry. Bro gave a reason why he's good at it. Respect. I mean if I haven't realized it. The only real answer. Told this one before but when my dad was young he was sitting outside with a girl after a party. She asked him if he wanted to go back to his place and make pancakes. He told her he was out of eggs. Well, he was in the position to bring some fresh eggs with him. Was my partner in science and business classes in high school. Invited me to her family's cabin for a weekend. Just her and me. I asked about a friend and she said no, just the two of us. I never got back with her and kind of forgot about it until a couple years later when she pointed out the obvious. Oh yeah, then there was also the co-worker that I was working alone with on Valentine's Day who had just finalized her divorce and how it was her first Valentine's Day alone in a long time. When she came back from lunch she gave me one of those giant Hershey kisses and when I hugged her to thank her she kissed my neck. Then I smiled at her, apologized for not getting her anything, and got back to work. She kissed your neck. Oof. She was super lonely and vulnerable. Good to just pass that by. Yeah, right after divorce this was probably the best course of action.